Una solicitud inesperada. Arrancamos el día 3, que sería el segundo capítulo. La curiosidad te puede y abrir la carta. Al llegar de... claro, si no leo al principio. Te encuentra el correo sobre el felpú, la mayoría es basura y propaganda. Unas cartas llaman tu atención. El equipo quiere conocer. Se trata de un formulario del nuevo gobierno de Advance en el que piden información de todos los ciudadanos. La primera página ya está cumplimentada. Yo me llamo Alex Winston, mi pareja es tal y tengo 2 hijos. Bueno, al menos la información principal está bien. El resto de las preguntas están por completar, parece que son obligatorias. En tu primer día de trabajo, ¿eres agradable y presentas a tus nuevos compañeros? ¿Productivo y te ponen a trabajar? ¿Te lo tomas con calma y rememoras tus antiguos trabajos con amigos? Un compañero de tu departamento te ha confesado que se ha estado llevando a casa información confidencial. Hoy ha desaparecido un archivo de escala de importancia. ¿Qué haces? Prometes a tu compañero que no se lo dirá a nadie. Informa la información. Han despedido hoy a todo un departamento por desempeño insuficiente. Tu jefe ha estado dando nuevas responsabilidades y objetivos mucho más elevados de las que tenías. ¿Qué haces? Vamos a bajar un toque el volumen porque está re fuerte. Así tan fuerte como vos, papito. Salgo del trabajo, te quedas hasta tarde para asegurarte de cumplir los plazos. Sales antes del trabajo y te vas a salvar a hablar de los cambios. No cumplo los plazos. Es la barbacoa anual de la empresa y te han invitado a ti y a tu familia. Estás deseando disfrutar un día agradable. Ese día te lavas el pelo. Vas si no tienes nada mejor que hacer, pero no pasa nada si te lo pierdes. Y crees que ganarás en concurso de talentos este año. Tras una larga carrera plagada de éxitos, estás a punto de jubilarte. Ah, ya está, ya pasamos toda la carrera. En tu discurso tú enumeras tus logros y los buenos recuerdos, haces un análisis sincero de los pros y contras, te centras en los problemas y desafíos que te has enfrentado, te niegas a asistir. En tu tiempo libre tú, te gusta relajarte, asistes a manifestaciones, animas y apoyas a tus hijos. ¿Juegas? Ninguna. Tus vacaciones ideales serían en un paraje natural, explorando lugares desconocidos, un día estructurado en un parque temático, una escapada romántica de tu pareja. Aunque no soy mucho de las islas. Lo más importante es que el gobierno garantiza a sus ciudadanos estén seguros, libres, felices. Seguros. Gracias. Bueno, firma. Y arrancamos con el día 6. Cosas de casa. Es tarde, Sam y el niño ya se han ido a la cama. Estás secando tu taza de café, un recuerdo desgastado de vuestro primer viaje juntos. La pintura ya apenas se ve, pero la cara tan bobalicona que tiene dibujada todavía te saca una sonrisa. Unos golpeteos en la ventana te vuelven a la realidad. Su cantante llamativo de verde favorito está Chris. De todos los hermanos y hermanas de Sam, es quien mejor te cae. En cuanto pasa, se sienta en la mesa de la cocina temblando. Perdona por venir tan tarde, balbucea Chris, pero necesito un favor y eso tú lo puedes llevar, no hay problema. Si lo ya saben, esta locura de Advance, ¿verdad? La ley de bienes y riquezas, como la llaman ellos. Le están robando el dinero a la gente que se ha ganado con el sudor de su frente para dárselo a los vagos. O sea, populismo. Nunca había visto a Chris así. No digo que el 1% de los más ricos que no tengan dinero, continúa, pero ellos se lo pueden permitir, pero la gente como yo lo vamos a perder todo. Tú siempre has sido más capacidad económica tiene, lo siento. Se lo van a llevar todo, Ale, pero lo que me ha pasado ahora construyendo no lo puedes permitir, necesito un favor. Los ojos de Chris permanecen fijos en el suelo. Que me prestes tu pasaporte. Se lo ha llevado el mío junto con el de la mitad del país, pero la gente siempre dice que tú y yo nos parecemos. Chris camina de un lado al otro. Tengo que salir de aquí antes de que sea demasiado tarde. Una vez que esté afuera, yo y mi dinero estaremos a salvo, pero tengo que irme antes de que congelen mis cuentas. Por favor, no te lo pediría si no tuvieras alternativa. Yo dije que íbamos a ser malos. La boca de Chris se da de sorpresa. ¿Estás de coña? Siempre os he ayudado a ti y a Sam. He tratado a vuestros hijos como si fueran míos. No significa nada para ti. Va en contra de la ley y no puedo ayudarte. Manejate, papi. Me las apañaré. A esto yo lo llamo lealtad familiar, bla bla bla. Vuelve a limpiar los platos. La cara parece que te perfora con su mirada. Logro desbloqueado. Screw de... Ah, que se pudra el 1%, me dice. A ver. Día 8. Repercusiones. ¿Repercusiones de qué? Ah, me están llamando. ¿Qué ruido que hay aquí? Joder, espera. Ah, está. Ok. Elecciones. Ah, esta foto. ¿Cómo se encendía? Ah. Ah, lo tengo que prender. Ah, el aire. Ah, no, ¿qué? Ah, eso, bueno. Queríamos jugar este juguete seguro. ¿Qué es esto? Bueno, lo vamos a poner acá. Y esto parece medio Illuminati.
These two buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect.
Ahora empezamos a manipular a la gente, carajo.
Carefully.
No,
And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll get back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
One of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret?
Bueno, en 10 segundos arranca.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
To go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical freethinker.
Ah, tenía que haber elegido la otra se veía peor.
Standards for the vast majority of the country. I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future.
Tenía que haber elegido la otra, qué pelotudo.
Remington Smith have appointed Sophia Remington as their new.
Voy a elegir esta.
The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk.
Ahora sí empieza lo chido.
Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports.
No puedo volver a...
In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs.
Abrazamimos.
Promises would be all the
¿Por qué me
rage.
suena Abrazamimos?
Concerns have been raised about the product's safety, making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swan
¿Esta? No sé por qué, pero se ve peor.
have today set off to explore Dante's tape.
Vamos a subir un poco el
The
volumen.
recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains.
No, no es para nada prejuzgativa la imagen,
The two scientists, who've shared a fractious rivalry for many years, decided to undertake this expedition in each other's company.
Pégale.
The two have released a joint statement in which they opine geniuses don't have to like each other to achieve remarkable results. Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is now
No.
one of the capital's hottest clubs.
Esta imagen.
Was caught while out celebrating being named sports
¿Por qué siempre la ven más graciosa?
as reported by this very program. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too
No, qué asco.
much. Dry cleaner.
Volvé.
And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should it be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen it from
Vamos a ser bien amarillistas, carajo.
perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that and mega
Listo, ya se terminó.
actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds back, everybody. Can we get the guests in quickly, please?
We actually had to make the book.
3, perdón. Me estoy mandando. Ahí está. Me estaba recontra remandando. Ahí está. Qué boludo.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the
Puta madre, tengo que cargar los.
we're talking about Advance's first week in office.
A ver si llego a cargar los auriculares.
Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James's Wrong,
¿qué pasó?
The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Perdón, hay que enfocar el que habla.
We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current
Vale.
economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing
Ah, la cara del tipo.
Here I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we
No sé por qué me la mandó, por qué bajé tanto.
planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word.
Vamos bien. De a poquito le vamos agarrando la...
Welcome back.
¡Epa!
It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully.
Es re conservadora la mina y el negro es como más...
Faced since the last...
¡Está re enojado!
Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they
Sí, vamos bien.
camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yeah.
¡No!
Radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made
Lo veo, gordo.
the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that
Pero
these
si lo
same people,
apreté.
maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage.
La cara de orto. Enfoquemos la cara de orto.
Based on the facts. Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
No, se te vuelta el libro.
arts. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all
Ah, te marca acá en verde cuál
pumping it full of...
puede ir,
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if
Está bueno, te indica más o menos cuál podrían ir.
half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure. That could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding.
Está bueno el libro, tiene toda la facha.
Talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forward.
Después voy a prestar atención a qué mierda están hablando porque realmente no le presto tanta atención.
The future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act.
Vamos bien.
Tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan.
Ah, se está quedando puteada.
Shit in my life.
Ah, quería mandar la C, qué boludo.
It won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately I can't understand it for you.
¿Lo puedo mandar?
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
No. Validación del bloque E. O... Reiniciar. No, seguimos.
See you later, boss.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
No, seguimos.
Good, you know.
Me la mandé con el tema de la censura. Me cuesta esa parte.
Is little JD scared of the big bad culture with water?
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country.
Bueno, dale.
Advance have already tasked what they are calling a
Mierda.
solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of the day.
¿Cómo era para subirlo?
First up, we have
no, sí.
Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having
Me
me.
vas a hacer cambiar, hijo de puta, ¿no?
Front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice.
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively
¿Ya
understaffed.
está?
We're working
¿Me puedo olvidar de esta parte?
and just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand.
No, la mina.
There just simply isn't enough being done at a
ver.
systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
La chava se quiere divorciar
Just hang.
y el flaco le está...
No, the problem isn't a local one.
No, me la mandé.
Nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Jones.
Bueno, quedó.
We need
Listo, ahí quedó.
we need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
No, mientras lo deja.
Dad, quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. By Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all
Puta que te parió.
return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you
Estoy apretando 1 y 3.
anymore. Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have
Ahí está, me quedó clavado.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus...
No tengo puta idea de qué están hablando.
Bugger, hang on a moment.
¡No!
Bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help,
¿Qué
please?
carajos es esto?
As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy.
No, chavo, ¿cómo va a tener eso ahí?
Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was staying the batter.
Puta madre.
Jeremy Donaldson, Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose
Back
responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the
¿Prestar
responsibility.
la atención a esto mientras está haciendo lo otro?
Darling, where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
¡No!
Simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
¡Qué buena onda! No, lo dejemos, obviamente.
Naughty, you beast, Clive. You
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime,
Míralo al comisario, ¿eh?
the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a swan,
Asumo que no puedo cambiar esa pantalla.
which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
¿No? ¿No
Going
era?
to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but
Pero tu madre me hace usar el sensor cada 2x3.
as you can imagine, and obviously titwanks are quite hard to.
1, 2,
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank, Tony.
1, 2.
Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank, Tony.
1, 2.
I don't think this is easy.
Ah.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but
Tampoco le vamos agarrando al de la censura.
custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi!
Little Chris,
Oi, oi!
and Vampire Chris.
Ah, bueno.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news.
Oh, le re.
It's difficult with the current system, Jez.
Te que te marque algo acá, cosa que saber que.
Unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel...
Okay.
I'm sorry, who's this guy?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
Ah. No tendría que restarte tanto. ¡Mierda!
Fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Jesus!
Yes, we seem to be losing...
¿Mariachis?
Fucking way, lad.
Ah, mira, ahí está. Ahí estaba, te marcaba acá. Qué boludo.
Yes, Tony?
Nah, soy un boludo.
2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me?
La dejemos un ratito más. Qué boludo, te marcaba en rojo, no lo vi.
Viewer at home, I managed to gain a broader understanding of the
Nah, soy un boludo. Ya está para la próxima, ya la sé.
order. After the break, Megan will be live
Vamos a mandar la C.
Thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
One
Os-
back, everybody.
Logro bloqueado, consecuencias.
Well,
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get.
Grabación del bloque, eco.
Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip: when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right,
Reiniciar, no, ni en pedo.
God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a.
No escuché qué había que hacer.
Well, where is he?
in his dressing, probably banging his head against the wall.
Look, it's alright, I've got this.
I'm sure.
No, esto es lo que aparece en Los Simpsons, me parece.
This is on you.
10 seconds, everybody.
Bueno, nos preparamos. Ya sabemos cuándo utilizar el botón de censurar.
4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan.
Ah, no, le mandé.
On tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two.
No sé a quién enfocar porque no me marca nadie todavía.
Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan.
Ahí está.
Overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole...
Bueno, vamos, hay que concentrarse, hay que concentrarse.
Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts.
Hey, Friendship. No sé qué carajo está pasando acá.
Pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle.
Vamos, vamos subiendo, vamos subiendo, vamos subiendo, vamos que se puede.
Schools and the poor kids see us. They say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one...
Vamos, hay que concentrarse, hay que hacerlo bien. Hay que sacar más de...
We often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues.
Bien, bien, pasamos a la verde, pasamos a la verde.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play.
Me la mandé ahí.
To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way...
Podría enfocar la cara de la mía, tiene una cara de orto.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Meg.
Está linda la rubia,
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Put it in, coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way.
Ok, no tengo ni idea qué tengo que hacer acá.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his
¿No puedo enfocar estos dos todavía?
and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly, but... we did used to
¿Están pelotudeando estos dos?
DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this old
¿Qué pasó?
democracy thing.
Ah, no vi qué pasó.
Here we very well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
Ah, ahí está.
Let's have a look at a short section of...
No he prestado atención.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But
Ese estuvo bueno.
corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
¿Qué carajos?
Hi, Gary. Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist! Going somewhere, little first year?
Está re choto este,
Looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father.
¿Qué carajos es esa obra de teatro?
Me? I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
¿No sabe cómo seguir?
What? Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right, maths is...
Ahí está, la pude censurar bien.
Give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
¡Ay, salto boludo!
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But
Ah, me la mandé.
I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago?
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
No sé cuál...
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
No. Va bien, va bien, va bien, va bien, va bien. No, me la mandé, la puta madre. No sé cómo... perdón, no. 2.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your
O sea, tengo que enfocar al principal. Uy, bajé a 1, estaba en 4. No tengo ni puta idea, no estaba prestando atención.
The fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist.
¿Por qué me Bueno, va subiendo. No me está yendo bien en esto, pero o sea, va subiendo.
The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late.
Tendría que haber prestado atención a lo que mierda me dijo el otro chabón.
Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Eating women is wrong. ¿Qué carajo dijo?
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
¿Qué está pasando acá? No, terrible. Es que debe ser un re embole esta parte.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Y lo baja a 1. Ni siquiera llega por 2.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was...
Bien, mando.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
Ay, los chavales re emocionados.
But it doesn't make it so.
Están re emocionados.
Believe about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Emisión finalizada, desbloqueada en extras. Ok, a ver. Bueno, la primera, segunda, la tercera. Variación C. Vamos avanzando. Tu salario completo, dinero actual, pobre como una rata. Vamos bien. Y podemos guardar y salir. Hasta la próxima.
Bueno, eso fue todo por hoy. Si les gustó el video no se vayan sin dejar su like y suscribirse. También pueden seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales. Nos vemos la próxima.